When you see a guy,
When COVID-19 hit, theater just disappeared.
reach for stars in the sky.
It had to, right?
You can bet he's doing it.
For some gal,
These residents needed their own creative release,
when you spot a John waiting out in the rain,
so it was given to them.
chances are he's insane.
As only a John can be for a Jane.
The show must go on.
Hi, I'm Cece Hunt, and I'm the music director of Guys and Dolls, the production we're doing here at Orchard Cove. I have been at Orchard Cove as a choral director and a theater director for about 10 years now, and it has just been an absolute pleasure to be working with these marvelous people. The company, Music Theater International, approached me and asked me if I would like to be involved in a Broadway senior production, as there had been many, many Broadway junior productions. And we thought, oh, what a fabulous idea. This would be great for Orchard Cove. And as we started to work into this, we experienced COVID and the restraints of all of that. And we had heard what was going on in other companies and other residences, and choruses were getting shut down. All rehearsals inside were being shut down. How could we possibly do something like that here? And 3 of us got together to brainstorm what could we do. And we engaged in something really without a map. We had no map, no plan, but we knew we could not let our seniors down. We could not let our residents down. And with the guidance of an amazing administration here, and now we have 3 directors, we have made Guys and Dolls happen here. We have made it happen with Zoom rehearsals, with YouTube rehearsals. We have made it happen with outdoors rehearsals in the rain, with thunderstorms. We have pulled out all the stops to make this happen, and it is nothing like anything I have done in my 50 years of teaching. And I'm proud to be a part of the team that's making this happen. I'm proud of the seniors and my friends here, our friends here, whom we absolutely love and adore. And we still don't know where it's going to go, but we know it will go somewhere. So now you're going to see a variety of rehearsals that we have had over the past 5 months. You're going to see us laughing. You're going to see us masked. Hopefully you will see our eyes smiling as we are enjoying so much of what we're doing.
Hi, I'm Amy Doherty. I am the director and choreographer for Guys and Dolls at Orchard Cove. The rehearsal process has been really interesting. It has been, kind of groundbreaking. We've never really done anything like this, and we were learning as we went. At first, we were trying to do a lot of stuff over Zoom, and it's awfully, awfully hard to sing over Zoom. Everybody's feed is just a little bit off, and it just seemed so impersonal. And so we really tried very, very hard to keep everything in person. I have been so surprised about how quickly the relationship, I have bonded with everybody in the cast. My parents and my grandparents are gone. And so to not have that familial, older relationship is something that I didn't realize how much I missed. And now it feels like I have 36 grandmas and grandpas and mothers and fathers. It's really lovely. I think that doing this in this time has meant so much to us. Casts bond. Most casts bond very tightly. It's got to be secure and safe. So you've got to trust everybody to be weird and silly in front of each other. And so, generally speaking, casts bond. But I have bonded so much because we went through so much with, figuring out how to rehearse and working under extraneous conditions in the heat outside with masks on. We have bonded like no other cast that I've ever been involved with.
Throughout this video, you're going to be hearing me speak with members of the cast, with individuals. They're going to be telling you their names and their characters. These are people I so dearly, dearly love.
And the devil will drag you under with a soul so heavy you'll never float. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. You're rocking the boat.
Yes, that's it. And what do you like about playing the part of Nicely Johnson?
Well, a few things. One, there were some great lines, some punchlines, some funny lines. There are some really interesting lines that the script has given me. That's half of it. The other thing is the singing. You convinced me that you really wanted me to be a singer, and I said, no, I'm not a singer. And you said, yes, you are, you're a tenor. And you can do Sit Down, You're Rocking the Boat. So here I am.
And here you are.
Yes, I'm doing Sit Down and Rocking the Boat and whatever else.
All right, let's do it. All right.
I dreamed last night I was on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along. And there I stood, and I hollered, someone fade me. But the passengers, they knew right from wrong.
Twice here.
And I said to myself, sit down,
Sit down, you're rocking the boat.
People,
said to myself, sit down,
Sit down, you're rocking the boat.
and the devil will drag you under by the sharp lapel of your checkered coat. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down,
Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Yeah!
And as I laughed at those passengers to heaven, a great big wave came and threw me overboard. And as I sank, and I hollered, someone save me, That's the moment I woke up. Thank the Lord. And I said to myself, sit down. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Said to myself, sit down. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under your soul, so heavy you'll never float. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, get up,
Harvey and Debbie, you've been married for a couple of years now, haven't you?
57.
How many?
57.
57. Debbie, what's your character? Who is your character?
Well, I'm just a gambler.
You're a gambler, huh? Oh, with a little bit of attitude.
Yes.
Harvey, who are you?
I'm Rusty Charlie.
Rusty Charlie, but you're not rusty in the pipes in your singing, are you? That's pretty wonderful.
Some days.
Have there been any surprises in all of this for you?
Well, yes, the whole thing is new, and what I love is that it's such a creative idea.
Yeah.
And I've always loved this kind of theater.
Yeah.
And I think it's the video of the making of Guys and Dolls will probably be much more interesting than just Guys and Dolls, because you're seeing people who the rest of the world might not think could do anything,
Right.
doing something that's exciting and wonderful.
Yeah. And I'm really proud of you, and I'm so grateful to the two of you because you're adorable. You're so
adorable, darling.
What's inside there?
This is something we can do together, because I've always kept out, I felt it was Harv's turf. Harv had the talent, and I was thrilled with it, and I could peek in at rehearsals and see what a great time everybody was having, and it's really remarkable for me to be able to be here with him and with you and with a group. I don't know how you've done it.
I don't know why you think I have so much talent. You just tell me what to do and I do it.
The two.
Not real high-class dolls.
Any doll. You name her.
Any doll? And I name her? Will you bet on that? Will you bet $1,000 that if I name a doll, you will take her to Havana tomorrow?
You gotta bet.
I name her.
Huh? Cider.
He bought me the fur thing 5 winters ago, and the gown the following fall. Then the necklace, the bag, the shoes, and the hat. It was late '48, I recall. Then one night in his apartment, he tried to remove them all. And I said, as I ran down the hall, take back your mink, take back your poils. What made you think that I was one of those goyles? Take back the gown, the shoes, and the hat. I may be down, but I'm not flat as all that. I thought that each expensive gift you arranged was a token of your esteem. But when I think of what you want in exchange, it all seems a horrible dream. So take back your mink from whence it came, and go short in the sleeves for some other day.
Back your mink, take back your pearls. What makes you think that I was one of those girls? I'm screaming, take back the gowns, take back the hat. I may be down, but I'm not flat as all that. I thought that each expensive gift you'd arrange was a token of your esteem. But when I think of what you want in exchange, it all seems a horrible dream. Ah, take back your mink, that old worn-out pelt, and go shorten my sleeve for somebody else. Well, wouldn't you?
I play the character of Adelaide, a funny, sweet, sensitive gal who is patient, who has been waiting to marry her delightful young gambling friend Nathan Detroit, who just doesn't have time to get married. As a child, I grew up in the 40s, and Broadway shows opened in New Haven and Boston. So my parents were able to, fortunately, take me to see these shows.
Yeah.
And I love musical. I was a product of the 50s, but I loved all Broadway music and the Great American Songbook.
Yeah.
So I do have fun playing Adelaide because she's a character.
Yeah.
And I enjoy playing character roles. Nathan, darling, come.
Yeah. So Nathan,
Yes.
you've been engaged to Miss Adelaide for 14 years. What's taking you so long?
14 years.
14 years.
Well, you'll forgive me, but I'm a product of my cultural times.
And what is that culture?
I'm Steve Strauss. In truth, I've been playing music and performing, if memory serves, since I was 3 years old.
3?
Yes.
Like what would you
And
do
it's
with
good to have long-term memory,
Yeah, right.
having not much short-term memory.
At 3, what would
Well,
you do with 3?
I started playing piano and picking out songs.
No kidding.
And when my fingers are up at the keyboard like this,
Yeah.
and once my mother saw that, there was some talent there, she really, the benign way of putting it would be encouraged me to show that to
Yeah.
family, friends, and
Yeah.
neighbors.
Yeah.
So, and I of course obliged, and I had 2 older brothers, and so I really needed to be good at something, and
Okay.
so I was happy with that, and I'm just so grateful that I followed it up.
Yeah?
Yes, for up until my current life.
So are Nathan and Adelaide actually going to get married? Or do we have to wait and see how the show goes?
Well, I don't want to give away secrets of the
Yes.
plot, but
Yeah.
the plot in the book on the show is pretty definitive
Yeah.
about in terms of their getting married.
Okay.
But I don't want to give it away.
Promise me this and you promise me that and you promise me anything under the sun, and you give me a kiss and you grab on your hat and you're off to the races again. When I think of the time gone by, and I think of the way I tried, I could honestly die.
And lawyer and sue me, what can you do me? I love you. Give a holler and hate me. Go ahead, hate me.
Gamble it here, you gamble it there, you gamble on everything all except me, and I'm sick of you keeping me up in the air till you're back in the money again. When I think of the time gone by, and I think of the way I tried, I could honestly die.
Give a paper and sue me, what can you do me? I love you. Give a holler and hate me, go ahead, hate me, I love you. All just enough good Nick. All right, already it's true.
Well, guys like Nathan Detroit and, Guy Masterson, we don't belong in a life like that. So, when dolls get mixed up with guys like us, it's no good. See you in a couple of months.
Will you see Nathan before you go?
Maybe.
Tell him I never want to talk to him again. Have him call me here.
Yeah.
Why don't you get another guy?
Wait till you fall for somebody. You'll find out.
Yeah. My real name is Mel Schnall, and I'm playing Sky Masterson in Guys and Dolls. Sky Masterson seems to be this high-playing gambler.
Yeah.
And he's also has a certain depth to him that becomes evident as the show goes on.
So there's some challenges with all of this project. What do you think about how we've been approaching all of this?
Well, I'm absolutely amazed. The obstacles are huge. Look at us now, just trying to talk with these masks on. It must be cool in here because my glasses are fogging up from. Anyway, it's really difficult for everybody, I think, and of course it's exciting also because part of it is hanging out and doing this and making it work as best as we can. It kind of feels to me like a personal victory over this whole COVID stuff and maybe everything else that's going on around us. So it kind of adds a certain purpose, I think, for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I think everybody kind of feels that together.
Right.
So.
They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on this date with me, the pickings have been lush, and yet before this evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners, you might refuse to stay, and so the best that I can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight, luck be a lady tonight. Luck, if you've ever been a lady to begin with, luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck, if you've ever been a lady to begin with, luck be a lady tonight. Look, let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't flirt with strangers. She has a heart, she has a soul. A lady wouldn't make little snake eyes at me when I've bet my life on this roll. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady tonight. Ha ha!
Now, in our musical, you have a love interest, right?
I do. It's Sarah.
Sarah. Oh, I think I I see Sarah Brown across the way. Miss Brown, can you come on over here? Whatever.
No smooching now.
Oh, darn. Hello, Miss Sarah Brown.
Hello
The
there.
two of you, I would love to talk about one scene that you do. The scene where he takes you away. He
To
takes you away.
Havana.
What?
To Havana.
Havana.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
And he introduces you to a very new tropical drink.
Dulce de leche.
Oh, and
I
what?
think it's a milkshake.
Right.
But it turns out to be something a little bit different. Am I all right? Ask me. How do I feel? Ask me now that we're holding and clinging. Well, sir, all I can say is I were a I'd be grateful again. From the moment we kissed goodnight, that's the way I just gotta behave. Boy, if I were a man, I'd let, and if I were a better, I'd wave. Ask me how do I feel, little me with my proper upbringing. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a king, I'd be swinging. And if I were a watch, I'd start pumping my spring. And if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding. Ask me how do I feel from the chemistry lesson I'm learning. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bridge, I'd be burning. Ask me how to describe this whole beautiful thing. And if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, ding. I'm Vivian Marks,
Right.
and
And
I play the part of Sarah Brown. She's a missionary, and she has a slow transformation where she loosens up, and maybe the real Sarah comes through, and it's an interesting transition, and it's fun doing it.
right. It must be that lovely dulce la leche, or whatever it's called.
I wasn't sure how things
Right.
would go. I am surprised at how well they're going, and how much talent we have here. I knew we had talent because of the chorus, but how much talent we have here to be involved in something like this, and even people that weren't in the chorus who are taking part in it now. It's a great opportunity for everybody. It's just been wonderful. And people just have a wonderful spirit here, I think, of wanting to try new things, to do new things. And if it's presented to them, they say, why not? Let's go ahead and do it, you know. And so it's a great attitude.
I think
And
that is
it helps
unique.
us through this hard time. It really does.
Yeah.
It's a shining light for us to keep going with this.
Yeah.
I think it's made a big difference, a really big difference.
So a big thank you to Orchard Cove.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
At noon tomorrow for dinner.
At noon?
It'll take us some time to get there.
To get where?
El Cafe Cubana in Havana.
Havana.
Where else do you want to eat? Howard Johnson's? The plane gets us there in 5 hours and back the same night. And the food is great.
Please go away.
Somewhere in the world there must be a guy who might appeal to the sergeant. I wonder what this guy will be like.
He will not be a gambler.
I'm not interested in what he won't be. I'm interested in what he will be.
Don't worry. I'll know when my love comes along. I won't take a chance.
long pair of pants.
We got the glance.
With a calm, steady voice, those feet on the ground. Well, now, as I run to his arms, that at last I come home safe and sound. Until then, I shall wait.
No. You're talking about love. You can't dope it out like that. What are you picking, a guy or a horse?
I don't expect you to understand.
Would you like to hear how a gambler feels about the big love rub? Well, I'll tell you. Oh, no, when my love comes along, I'll know in my heart, I'll know, and I won't ever ask, am I right, am I wise, am I smart, but I'll stop and I'll stare at that face in the throng. Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. When my love comes along.
When you see a guy reach for stars in the sky,
You can bet that he's doing it.
for some gal, when you spot a John waiting out in the rain,
Chances are he's insane.
As only a John can be for a Jane.
Thank you.